Most business owners are so focused on running the day-to-day of their business that they really have a hard time taking a step back to focus in on what needs to be done in order to exit successfully. So today's video is geared towards those business owners who are maybe 5 to 10 years away from the exit of their business. I'm going to share with you 3 things you should do 10 years away from your exit, 3 things you should do when you're 5 years away from your exit, and then 3 things that you should do today, regardless of whether you're a year out or 20 years out. What should you be doing now? What should you make sure that you have in place right now? My name is Ashley Micciche. I'm the CEO of True North Retirement Advisors, where we specialize in retirement and exit planning for business owners. And we put new videos out every single week, so be sure to hit the subscribe button below if you like what you hear in this video today. So when you're so focused on running the business and you really want to start to take a step back because you know you want to exit your business at some point in the future, and I want to share with you 3 things that you will want to think about, that you really want to get serious about doing when you're 10 years out from your exit. You may not know yet whether you're going to sell to an outside, like a third party, or whether you're going to transfer this business to an insider. But at this point, one of the most important things you can do is make sure that your revenue base is diversified. So if you have a concentration where you're getting revenue from one particular source, or only a handful of places, or only a handful of clients — I know people who have 2, 3, 4, 5 clients, and that's everything — that makes the value of your business plummet. The second really important thing that you'll want to do when you're about 10 years out from your exit is value your business. So like, let's say the value of the business is $2 million, but you need it to be worth $4 million or $5 million in order for you to exit on your terms with the amount of money that you need. Because we're doing this and we understand the value 10 years out, you have 10 years to grow the value of the business to get it where you need to be. We subscribe to a valuation software tool that is very robust. There's millions and millions and millions of businesses in there, and we make it available to our clients for free because we know it's the one thing that's going to help you get unstuck and start making progress towards your exit. If you go to TrueNorthRA/value my business, you will get the free link, the free checklist with all the information that you need in order to do that and figure out what the heck your business is worth. Develop and implement a strategic plan. And the reason why this is so valuable, 10 years out, is because it really focuses the business. Like, here are the things that we do well. Here are the competitive strengths and weaknesses that we have. Here are our initiatives. So we're not just like setting annual 3-5 goals and then like pie in the sky, 30 years from now this is what we're going to be doing. It really lays out a process for, here's who we are, here are our values, here's what we do best, here's what we're not so good at, here are the key things that we're going to work on over the next 1 to 3 years, here are the long-term goals. I'm going to repeat one of the steps from the last, what you want to do at 10 years out, which is revalue the business. We want to know what the business is worth, what your other assets are worth, other income sources, other financial assets, 401ks, rental properties. We need to figure out what the combination of your total net worth is so that we know if there's a gap. So if the sum total of all of your financial resources is only going to provide X dollars of income for you in retirement, and you need, $30,000 more a year, okay, we have a gap. And that's okay. We have 5 years to close that gap. Take the necessary steps to hang on to your key people. We don't want your head honcho management person leaving a year from your exit. So there are things that you can do and you can put in place, like a non-qualified deferred compensation plan. Oh, and by the way, on the non-qualified deferred comp plans, I did 2 other videos on those plans. So if you have questions, if you're like, what is that? Why would I need that? Go back to those other videos. I'll link to those below so you can check those out if you're not sure what a non-qualified deferred comp plan is, why it would be beneficial, and why it's absolutely essential to retaining your top people. The next thing that is absolutely critical that you'll want to do around 5 years away from your exit is to begin to replace yourself. Stepping away from the day-to-day operations, getting as much off of your plate as you possibly can. And so you can do it slowly. You can gradually let things go and then monitor how that's going and how that person is doing. If you have a business that revolves around you, your customers, your clients, your vendors, everything revolves around you, that is going to absolutely plummet the value of the business. And any third-party buyer that comes in wants to see that you have groomed and trained the next generation management team to replace you, so that when the business is sold, there is this continuity of relationship and nothing's going to change once you really back away from the business if you're going to do a third-party sale. So now we want to talk about 3 things you can do and should do today to make sure that you can exit your business successfully, how and when you want to. So these are the more urgent things. Like if you don't have these things in place, get on it right away, okay? So the first thing is a business continuity plan. What a business continuity plan addresses in this context is what happens to the business if something happens to you. If you die, if you become disabled, if you get lost in a mysterious airplane crash or something, what happens to the business? It is not difficult, nor is it expensive to put this into action. This is actually something that we can do for you if you'd like. Most business owners, big and small, do not have a business continuity plan, and as a result, their employees, their business, their spouse are left with this rudderless ship should something ever happen to you. The other very important thing that you'll want to do anytime, regardless of how far away you are from your exit, is make sure that you have clean books and that you are focused on profitability. Make sure that you have a competent, very competent, skilled bookkeeper to help you, that you're working with a CPA and you're not trying to do this stuff on your own or working with some inexperienced tax advisor who's not a CPA. Every business owner, in my opinion, should be working with a qualified and experienced CPA without exception. The last thing that you'll want to do anytime, regardless of how close you are to your exit, is reviewing and updating your agreements. Take the time to pay your attorney to review these documents, make sure they match where your business is today and who's involved in the business today, and they're protecting you. That's the goal. We want these agreements to protect you and the business should something happen. If you'd like to talk about putting a business continuity plan in place for your business, there is a link below where you can schedule a free 15-minute strategy call with me. I'll explain more about that. We can talk about maybe some blind spots in your business right now that might make it a little bit tricky for your employees, your business, your spouse, should something happen to you. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Micciche, and I will see you next week.